I have lived on 4 different continents in 4 different countries, and I'm doing a story time on how life led me to like this path. In part one, we talked about how I grew up in Africa, and then we talked about North America. In part two, we also talked about my first time in London. Now let's talk about my return to London after the first time being so miserable. So after I returned back from London, it's my senior year, I graduate, and a couple months later, I get my first job in corporate, and I'm kind of doing the corporate thing and like just trying to navigate my career for the first 2 years. But it's really an up and down experience. I'm not really sure with what I'm doing in my life. And it was really when I went to my second corporate job where I was like, oh, like I really want to go back to London. Like I feel like I have unfinished business there. It first started with me watching a whole bunch of study abroad, doing your master's abroad videos. It was just super interesting to me, but like I didn't really associate that with like a desire for me to go and do that in London. So for like the first like 9 months, all I'm doing is watching other people like do their study abroad in London, do their masters in London, do the housing search, first day of school. Like I'm watching everybody else's experience. And one day I realized, like, you know what? Like, why don't I just apply as a joke? And it was May 2022. And that May, the day that I submitted my application, I went to watch Dave. Dave is like an artist in the UK. He's a rapper. He had came to Denver. This was his first time in Denver. And I went to watch him. And I just remember thinking like, whoa, like what if I actually end up going to London? Like being at that Dave concert really motivated me and made me really miss London and really gave me like the drive to actually push forward to it. At the time, I was working like a really nice corporate job, so I could really afford to do like all the fees and like really lock into my journey. Honestly, I started my search for the school in May, and by the time I had started looking, a lot of the scholarships were closed, a lot of the schools were closed. So I found one school which had been in my inbox for months at a time, which I feel like that's like divine alignment. Like that school had been sending me emails, and then I was like, let me just click on this. And at the time, like I really wanted to expand my world and like have more international experiences. And at first I thought I wanted to do like a job internationally, but I kept applying for jobs internationally, like in London, wasn't getting a call back or anything regarding that. And then I saw that this school had like different campuses, and I was like, that's really cool. So they have a campus in London, Dubai, New York City, San Francisco. I think those are the main ones. I think maybe even in Shanghai. I could be wrong. But they have like different campuses all over the world. And like one of the things that they mainly promote is that you can like campus hop. So like you can start in Dubai, then do San Francisco, then do London. And some people did that. I'm amazing for them. I would have loved to do that. But like at the time I was like, you know what? Like I really want to do the program in London. It's in international studies. Like this school seems really cool. I was super into it. So I apply, I get in, I get my financial aid, and I'm like, ain't no way I'm going to London. Like this is insane. Because I chose an American school, which American schools are usually so expensive. But I really wanted to go to this school because I like how I can still get FAFSA and do like all my loans that I need to take out through the US instead of like using Sallie Mae. I know someone who had used Sallie Mae. I know like they're very predatory when it comes to student loans, and I'd rather be harassed by the US government than by Sallie Mae because they will call you every day from what I hear. When I saw the scholarship package, because you could apply to like multiple scholarships and they gave you like up to two, and then I think they also gave like need-based scholarships, like just different scholarships, and I asked for all of them. And even when I got my package, I was like, yeah, I don't think I could come if this is what you guys are offering me. So I went back. They gave me a better package, which I ended up going for. One of my friends was like, Anifa, I think you should really do this. Like I think this is something that's gonna make you happy. And that, like, honestly, that affirmation and like just me feeling like this was the right decision for me, feeling lost in my career, being at a job that I really didn't want to do long term, like that was enough to push me back to London. So in July 2022, I applied for my visa, and that took months to get. Like the process for certain things, it just took so long to get my visa, to find an apartment. That process was so annoying and long, and honestly was like the beginning of me seeing how hard it is to be an international student in London, and even someone who's trying to like even like immigrant and like live there for long term. London is a city that is not for the weak. They literally took forever just to approve my visa. They took so long that like I didn't get my visa until the program started. Like literally my school was like, if you don't get your visa soon, like you're gonna have to come next year. September was one of the most stressful months because I had just left my corporate job, and here I am excited to go to London, and my papers for London are taking forever. It was literally freaking Mercury retrograde. I was so mad. And everything is just taking forever, and they're telling me, hey, you might have to like just defer your acceptance and come a different time. So anyways, what ended up happening was that me and the person, my advisor, we decided that as soon as I get my visa, I'm flying out that day. So finally, like at the end of September, they updated my application and my visa came in, and literally that same day I booked a flight that left that same day. Like it was the craziest thing ever. My visa came in the morning. I booked my flight as soon as I had like my passport back. They also take your passport, so you have to wait. Like you can't just go. So I got my passport, booked my flight that day, and was to the airport by like 5 p.m. But like I knew it was coming, so I had already packed, had already said my goodbyes to my friends. Like I knew like 2 days or 3 days before it came. But like buying the ticket that day was so expensive. It was insane, you guys. My year in London was like me making up for the study abroad program. Like because of what had happened, it had really pushed me to like put myself out there, meet new friends, do things by myself, and like literally do everything that I didn't do. I was like doing it the first week, and like I didn't even wait to go on the bus or to get my SIM card. Like everything was so much smoother. If you're scared to do something for the very first time, do it, because by the second time you do it, you just already know, like you're already in the process. Like right now, because of like all the international experiences that I've had, I could literally land in a country that I've never been in and know how to navigate it, because you just learn how to get through systems. Even when there's a language barrier, like you just learn. If you have the first experience, you can get through like multiple and like across different countries. Main part about London, I loved my school. I loved my school so much because it was like when we went into the program, it was like everybody's first day of school. So because of that, everybody was making friends, and like it was just like easy to like get to know people and to be social. Basically how my school is, like all the programs are 1 year, except maybe the MBA program might be a little bit longer, but they're like 1 year, and some people are doing dual degrees. But for the most part, the class that you're in, everybody like that's their first time doing their master's program. Also, one of the cons is because it's an international business school, like everyone that's in the program is from different countries. You don't have a lot of British people in that school, so I feel like if you're someone who really want to integrate within the culture, it might be better for you to go to like a British university. But because I did the two, like I did a British study abroad program and then I did an American international business school, I prefer the business school because I feel like people were more open-minded and it was so much easier for me to socialize. Whereas the British school, nobody really wanted to talk to me. And I'll talk more about that in part 4. This is getting so long. I don't know if you guys are liking this, but let me know. Ask me questions about London and I'll answer them.